Good morning, stage 3. So this week we've been looking at our focus on reading skill, which is summarizing. So looking at summarizing, we're looking at breaking a text down and pulling out the most important parts of information to ensure that the text still makes sense. So when you're reading a summary, you need to assume that the person reading the summary has not actually read the original text. So you need to include all the key parts of information just to make sure that none of that meaning is lost and the person that is reading it understands exactly what that text is about. So today we're looking at something called the Big Five. Now, I've put a chart or a flow chart of what the Big Five actually is on your original slide and also on here. So if you have a look down here, these are the big five that will help you summarize and breaks it down into 5 different sections. So the first one, you've got somebody. So you're answering the question from the text as who is the main character or characters. There might be more than one. If there's more than one, you need to include them all because obviously the characters are vital in the text. So you need to make sure you have all of them in there. Otherwise that meaning will be lost. And then you've got the wanted. What exactly was it that the character wanted, or what was it that they went and did, or what was the main theme of the text? And then you've got the but. So what was the problem? So you need to think about the problem that arose within the story and you need to put that in the third box. And you must ensure that you're using full sentence answers as well and cutting out words that are unnecessary. And then you've got the so. So how did the character try to solve the problem? And it's not necessarily saying they did solve the problem, it's just saying how did they try to solve the problem. And then on your last box, which is the then, it says what was the resolution to the story. Now you either need to state whether that original problem was resolved or whether they didn't resolve that problem, and that's where you need to put your final statement in that box. So I'm going to do an example for you guys and show you how I would like it done, because on this slide, and I'm going to flick to our slides for Wednesday, so you have got the big five here, okay, and you're going to be watching this video right now, which will be in this little spot here. And as you click to the next slides, I've inserted a text. Now your text today is called Through the Magic Knife. Now when you get onto your fourth slide for your reading response, okay, it's got the big five again here, but it's also, I've inserted this table, which is very clear and exactly what I want you to do to be able to summarize this text. So I specifically typed in exactly what's over here so that you know what to type in every single box. And I'm going to do one as an example for you guys. So as I go back over here, onto here, this is my original text, which I'm going to be reading to you guys. And I'm going to show you exactly how I use that table to summarize. So I'm going to read it out loud to you guys. This obviously isn't as long a text as the magic knife, but we can still summarize this text into a short and more condensed version. So Tom and Bill were walking to school. They passed over a bridge as they did every day. But on this day, the river was full. The water was clear and the sun was shining in a cloudless sky. Tom said, "Let's go fishing." Bill wasn't so sure. "We have a test today. Shouldn't we go to class?" "Nonsense," said Tom. "You only live once. A day like this won't come along again." Bill wasn't sure that this was a good idea. But suddenly, a fish jumped from the sparkling water. He decided Tom was right. They should definitely skip class on such a nice day. All right, as I scroll down, I've inserted the exact same table that you have on your next slide. So when I'm summarizing this text above, it says somebody. Who is the main characters? Now, there are only 2 characters in this text. Is Tom and Bill. That is all I need to write for that section. You don't need to add any extra words in because that's answering the question in the most condensed version or summary that's possible. Okay, we're going to move on to the wanted. What did the character want to do, or characters? So they were both walking to school on a nice day. Tom couldn't resist skipping school and going fishing. But what was the problem? Bill thought they should attend school as they had a test that needed to be done. So how did the characters try to resolve this problem? Bill finally agreed to listen to Tom due to his strong persuasion and the beautiful weather. And our last box is, what was the final resolution of the story? Bill and Tom skipped school and ended up fishing. This is my more condensed version of summary. And if I break apart this table and actually just squish all those 5 boxes together, that provides you a short summary of exactly what happened in this text here without any of the main meaning being lost. So I want you to flick over to your magic knife text and I want you to read through that twice just to make sure all the information sinks in both times. And then I would like you to follow my instructions and fill in this table on your summary for that text without any of the meaning lost. So I want you to pretend and think that I haven't actually read this, so I should be able to read your summary and know exactly the main and vital parts of what that text are. All right, off you go, guys.